You just got... You silly cat. You silly Santa. Silly, silly Santa. Luna, don't be mean. He gave up his chair for you, Luna. I can't find my headphones. I had them not too long ago. Are they over there? Oh, here they are. Go on, Benny. Go ahead, Benny. It's okay. Just ignore the old crabby old lady. That's a crabby and a moody. The moody and the crabby. Go sit by Grandma Retta, Benny. Go ahead. Well, it's still here, Ma. The world didn't end today. We got like 6 hours left of this world. Afternoon and coffee spoons. Crash test dummies. Hi, Stanley. What are you doing? Naughty things. I'm doing the cat things. I'm doing things the cats do. Come here, sweet boy. Why are you being so persnickety today? The energy is very potent. I don't know exactly what time the autumn equinox was. I did buy eggs today and I tried the egg trick. Luna, stop it. It didn't work though because it wasn't at the right time. I should try that some year in real life. Get this stuff out of the way. There we go. I think you not to be pissiness. You're just a pissy old lady. She says I'm pissy missy. Good girl. Alright, let's do this. Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Heoka empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. All in all, today was a pretty okay day. Got to live a little bit of service. Ran into town quick this morning. Just a real quick trip. It was like into town. I needed eggs because Mom didn't have eggs for breakfast and I forgot them last time I went to the market. So got some eggs. Came home. Nice lady came out to do Tucker's nails. Came out to the house. Do Tucker's nails. People are definitely in their addictions though. Whatever it is, it's one of those. Today's one of those potent days. Like, if people either they feel good and they want to perpetuate that and keep it that ball rolling, which ultimately has its consequences, or I'm seeing it directly around me because well, the lady came over today to trim Tucker's nails. The neighbors have had some company, and they all like to drink. They all like to drink a lot. And so some of these alignments, you know, when they say, oh, here we go, you know, people are going to be in their addictions and stuff like that, and less is more and all that kind of stuff. I pay real close attention, and then, yep, Like, I mean, sometimes people just, like, they don't even emerge from their house for, like, days. That's gotta smell stuffy in there. And then some lady this morning before noon, it was like 11, it was 11:48. Because I went outside to hang out on the porch until the nail lady came here because I didn't want no problems with the neighbors. And some lady was walking around the front yard going, "Nobody loves me! Don't leave me!" in her drunken frickin' snivel. That's the thing I hated about, when I was a drunk, nobody tried to frickin' ease my woes. Nobody tried to comfort me. Now, that's okay. They're there. That's okay. You're okay. Yeah, those people, they're real mean to you. That never happened for me. And so when I see the drunken woes, I don't have a lot of remorse for it. I just really can't stand drunk people, even when I am the drunk person. Like, I can't stand myself. Huh? You pissy? You winking at me? I wink at you too, girl. Winky, winky. Oh, it's a moody. So that was cool. That's a stressor that I don't got to deal with anymore with Tucker, because sometimes he kind of has some mobility issues, and just one less thing. So the world didn't end today. I didn't really think the world was going to end today. I just think the world, it could be a figurative thing, Like this day last year was, I think the world ended for some people when my sister died. It's been a year now. I'm not really sad about it. I'm sad for, like what happens when people die, like what could have been, We never really had a relationship. So I can't be sad about something that really wasn't there. I can sometimes be sad about what could have been, though. If I want to break my own heart. I don't really want to break my own heart. I did call my dad today. And, so I was like, "So how are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I'm pretty okay." So, all right. Well, I just want to call and say hi because I was feeling kind of sad. He's like, "Why?" Oh, just because, your daughter died. My sister died a year ago today. And he totally spaced it. He didn't even... And I bet my brother, it didn't cross his mind today either. Because there's a lot of people on this planet, they just don't care about other people. They just don't care. They just don't. Maybe they want to. They just don't know how. Because a lot of times I've seen that. People don't know how to show up in other people's lives. They don't. Especially when they're struggling. I just always wanted people to be around me. Because I felt better. Like I could put on a brave face if I was going through trials and tribulations in life. Like I could... Like, okay, people are watching, I can handle this better kind of thing. It's, yeah. I've never been one that's had a really big support system either. Damn that Chiron and Aries, man. It really kind of freaking makes things sucky. I get to learn a lot of life lessons, though. I have a lot of compassion for other people in a lot of ways, too. I'm noticing what comes with fear is that, man, people are just really cowards. They really are. It's like they're acting out because they don't want to see the ramifications of what's happening. That's a fearful act. Fearful people act out. I've been fearful. That's how I know. I don't just go around saying people do this stuff. I'm speaking from personal experience. Like, I've noticed my behaviors in my life under certain circumstances. And then I look at that in other people out in the world, and it helps me understand a little bit more. One thing I will not understand ever is why people think it's okay to be violent. There's a lot of people being violent these days because they're fearful. Just plain cowardice, man. Just like, I'm so tired. Where are all the people that don't sneak around? Where are all the people that don't live shit? You know, where are all the people that show up in the world as one way, and that's how they actually are, you know? Everything got so fake. When did that happen? Has it always been that way? Have people just been fake the whole time? I went on Twitter today. I haven't been there in a while. I don't have any of the apps. I do have accounts for them. Well, I don't use any of the apps. I just use the web-based version on my phone, and I use it as data points to go see, like, what the collective conscious, like, where it's at, you know? Are we coming more into heart, or are we still living from ego? And I dip in. Oh, there's from ego. I did post this thing not too long ago. I post stuff that I want to talk about later, and then I forget to talk about it later. So there's this poster, and I've seen it several times. It's the call. It's above the title. It says, "Stop it." It says the cult of Baal, Baal. And whenever, like, I see, like, the Roman, you know, the stuff mimicking, like, the sports arenas and, you know, all that control stuff that isn't really good for everybody. I like to put comments on things that says they all suck ball sack, Baal. And here's this little excerpt, and then it has all these freaking clubs. All these clubs that are under. It looks like the Tree of Life. But these are all these groups and organizations and ideologies of power and control and dominance, and that's been controlling the world as long as there have been people on it. As long as there's been people on it, there's been, like, a group of people that said, no, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to, you know, and we're like, instead of everybody being the same and doing what their strengths are and stuff like that, they're like assigned roles in life, and it's still going on. It's 2023, and most of the world doesn't recognize it's happening. It doesn't want to believe it. It doesn't care. Most people just want to go along to get along anyway. So even if it does exist, they're just going to keep their heads down, keep going in and doing what they're told. Just keep doing all those things that they've always done just because that's how they've always done it. And I think that the world is far more miraculous than that. Like, the world is intended for so much more than that. I had some... I was thinking about that today. Like, I believe the planet is just is a bunch of different timelines in the same place, and like you travel over here and it's this timeline, and you travel over here and you live and it's this timeline. And well, I don't really care what shape the planet is. That's never been. I think that just kind of takes away from the fact that, you know, people are too concerned with the shape of the planet. They should be more concerned with, like, making sure people that are on the planet, that are all here, that everybody, you know, I think that it's an inalienable right that if you're born on this planet, that you should have a place to live. But I think housing should be something that it shouldn't be like a luxury. I think, you know, if you have to incarnate, they should have a roof over your head or some kind of means to do that. And the deck has been stacked for far too long, and it's crumbling. That I do know. That I know, because too many people are starting to believe in different things, so it's messing with the collective reality. Because too many people are starting to. No, who has faith? Do people have faith in the governments these days? I noticed that the dipshit president of these divided states of America signed in something, so we're in cahoots with Taiwan or some shit now, and it just the storyline unfolds, But let's just get on with it. Hey, we're gonna do World War III. I believe World War III is of the spiritual variety. It's for souls. I was talking to somebody today about. I said, this religion thing. I go back and forth with it. I do have faith in a higher power, good or God. I do. I just keep going back. Like, he gave his only son for our sins. So how many other people are sacrificing their firstborn or whatever for whatever it is that they want in life? Me and Mom got sacrificed. My brothers sacrificed us. He cut us out of his life entirely for all time because he doesn't want the world to know who he is. And then I think about that and I'm like, there's a lot of people on this planet that people don't want the world to know who they are. And I'm like, hey, this is me. I was telling the good boy, the gal today that came to do Tucker's nails, I said, I'm kind of an in-your-face kind of, well, not in-your-face, but I'm a very, I'm like, I'm a very controversial person. I put it out there. Partially, one of the reasons why I do that is because I want to see what other people are made of. So I'm adamant in my beliefs, and I care to know who else is adamant in their beliefs. And they are more than welcome to come up and meet me, whether they agree with mine or disagree. And usually people just keep their mouths closed, and that tells me that they don't believe in the same things I believe in. Because I'm adamant about my beliefs. I let people know I don't like junkies and drunks because I'm a drunk. I'm not a junkie. We all got free will, and people that like to live that way, I'd be glad to help you not live that way anymore. I could help people, help them to live their lives different because I know what it's like because I had to do that. And life just is a lot better when people aren't freaking consuming things that takes their spirit and their soul. And so I was telling her that, the places that alcohol has taken me, that I won't care about Mom or the dogs, and I just go off and have a good time, and it's all about me, and it just makes me, I'm just selfish as can be, and I'm totally okay with it, because it gives me permission. That's what it does for me until it stopped working. So when, what was it I started to say? Oh, I said, so I let people know what I'm all about, and then that they tell me what they're all about by either, engaging with what I'm saying or just pretending like I don't exist. And so I'm one of those people that I think that I don't think anybody, yeah. See, now I don't want to just contradict myself with what I just said, so I gotta be careful about what I say. I'm sure I've contradicted myself so many times in these videos. I've done over 2,200 videos in the last 7 years. And when given new information, sometimes I change my mind. But I was talking about the cowards. A friend of mine got her feelings. I mean, I freaking see that's people intentionally leave people out because they want to hurt them. Things happen, and then people will intentionally get included, and it's a very, very hurtful thing. It's a very deliberate thing, and people go around acting like, oh, I totally forgot, I spaced it, I didn't even think about it. Yeah, the fuck you did. All that shit is a cop-out. You know what I mean? I worked at college universities, and they have their days, after the freshmen move in or, school starts and stuff, they have family come to campus so the family can see how the kids are living. You know, I guess you don't gotta wonder what the kids are. Oh, they're doing stuff you taught them not to do. They're doing all kinds of shit you taught them not to do. Doing all. Have you told them don't drink until you're 21? All the time? Oh, they are. I've seen a lot of crazy stuff working on the campus. Bad stuff's happened on universities. A lot of that stuff doesn't go on the news either. One of the university I worked at, Creighton, there were tunnels all over it. It's a Jesuit university. It's one of those places where people get gone all the time. It's right down where like the treatment facilities and a lot of the junkie population hang out and stuff. It feeds the system. They're never going to stop it because it feeds the system. You know, and then you have the important guys, all the guys that are really important that like to have their important men meetings where they do and talk about important men things, hookers. That's where they get the hookers and have their late night board meetings and stuff like that. Then things get a little rough. They didn't mean to kill her. How many times has that been a storyline in freaking boardrooms all across America? It's not going to stop because the twisted, the people that have declared themselves in charge, that's how they want it. It's kind of weird that the whole world is run by perverts and like people that are into butt shit and stuff like that. I mean, it's coming out all over the place. It's more and more. It's like I'm seeing it on TikTok. Like all the stories I've heard over the years about these people, more and more and more people are starting to hear the stories. I saw a whole reel about the scumbags, like that Aerosmith guy, and that he had a 14-year-old girl, and like all these freaking dudes that people just think are really great human, like they love them, they worship them, they follow them around and go to their concerts and love their music, all the while they're freaking sick and twisted doing all the. I have not been able to see a freaking Woody Allen movie in decades because of the fucking creep that he is. You know, Bill Cosby, if they're like cockroaches. If you see one, there's 1,000 more you can't see. And they're all protecting each other. I am seeing more arrests and stuff like that are starting to come out. Like they took the stuff that that Maxine, that the human trafficker, Epstein's cohort lady, like they looked into it and now it's been what, 2 years, 3 years, something like that, couple years, so they got to look into it. So I am seeing more and more people get arrested. I saw that that Masterson dude, that freaking rapist, you know, and all the people that can, you know, oh, he's a great guy. Like, how come his little brother and sister didn't fucking spend a couple nights in jail because they were in contempt of, it's perjury, right? If you go to jail, if you go to court and they ask you questions and you lie about it, like under oath, honest, isn't that perjury? Isn't that like you can go to jail for that? How come his brother and sister did not go to jail when his stepdad openly admitted that they lied because they thought that they'd get their brother a lighter sentence? Put them all in the same fucking cell. Let them talk about, hey buddy, hey brother, where'd you go wrong? When did you think it was okay to be a fucking rapist? You know, when did you think that you were so important and that you're so wonderful that every woman wants to be with you? Now his wife is divorcing him and she's changing her name, dude. She's just like been hanging on, waiting for sentencing, dude. They've been like separated 5 years. Like people know who people are. That's why it's like either you expose them for who they are or you to protect them. And I understand what it's like to protect the people. You know, that's it. Because I looked up to him. But I'm not real sure because he was my older brother. But he never really did anything rad. He was always a dick to me. But you know that is, oh, that's how brothers treat their little sister. No, that's how my brother treated me. I see a lot of older brothers that are so kind and loving to their little sister or their little brother. And then you get the, and then you got the autistic. I see the reels with like the autistic kids or those little. It's just hurtful to leave people out. It's mean. There's too much mean going around. I'm doing better. I haven't had an outburst in 3 days. Like, or 3 trips into town. It's been 3 days since I've gotten freaking. I'm just like, whatever, dude. Whatever. Anybody can do whatever they want as long as they don't freaking try and hurt me. Then we're gonna have a problem. But whatever. I just go in the back roads, keep my head down, do what I need to do, and get out of town. There's a couple of things I'm thinking about doing. Like, I got a couple hours during the day that I can go do stuff, and I came across this Tuesday, September 26th at 5 p.m. They have a two great, what's it says? It says 2 great free workshops this week. Tuesday, September 26th at 5 p.m. Herbs for the changing seasons. This is a time for balance and aligning our bodies and spirits to the changing seasons of autumn and the coming winter. In this class, we will be exploring herbs which are available in the fall to use as teas, herbs, and oils and crystals to keep us cheerful and healthy. We will discuss our extracellular matrix, what it is, and why it supports general alternative healing modalities. Presented by herbalist Diane Edgar. I was in the Air Force with an Edgar. Certified clinical herbalist, gathering herbs in the Southwest and making medicine for 30 years. Student of the, I don't know, Michael Moore, I don't know. I'm not big on all that other stuff. 30 years experiences, that's one thing, but I ain't big on like accredited shit and certificates and, oh, look at this, so I know this, because I know people that have lived that more than, and I would trust them with the experience of them living through a situation than the majority of people that have read a book and then claim the experience as their own. Nah. So she, she's got, see, that's silly to me. Certified in yoga and crystal healing. I've been freaking since I was 15, 14, 15. I've been into stones and rocks since I was a kid. I always got in trouble for not emptying my pockets out. Then Mom would go do the laundry. There'd be rocks in the dryer. So I think that's at the co-op. Yep, at the Taos Food Co-op. Tuesdays from 5 to 6. So I think I might throat chakra. Go check that out. And then I can come home in time. Yep. That's what I think. So things are just kind of, I don't know. They're okay where we're at, huh? Life's pretty okay here, Ma. We still all got all the DOGs. They're still around. Let's see what's going on in the world. At least more and more people are starting to recognize the bullshit, so that's cool. They're still not being generous enough. NASA photoshoppers after fooling the public with another fake space story. That is so funny. Just a lot of bullshit. What was that noise? Oh, they're awake. They're starting to emerge into the shadows and the darkness that is coming. There's so many vampires out there. They're not people anymore. Their spirit's gone. It's okay to say they're not people because their spirit's gone. I think spirit is the spirit that makes a person a person. You know? That sets you apart. It gives you humanity. It's supposed to give you compassion and care about other people. That's the difference between human beings and all the other animals on the rest of the earth. Is it that, it's not just, but we got thumbs. We're supposed to be making heaven on earth, but they're making it hell. And it's because more and more people are living from their ego. It's just getting more hellish. All they got to do is live for their heart. Things will start getting better, but I guess that's oh so too hard. It's oh so too much to live with a generous heart. It's just easier to freaking, sacrifice somebody in your family and go, whether it's figuratively, proverbially, just letting people fall through the cracks of society when there's lots of things that people can do to help people. They just don't want to, so they don't. Everybody's going to meet their maker one day. And they just act like that there isn't even one. I guess a lot of people don't believe that. I remember the people across the street that lived across the street from us in Oregon, they had a church. I think they're Mormon. And they didn't believe in afterlife. Is that Mormon? I don't know. But they didn't believe in afterlife. That you live, I'm like, really? You live this one life and then it's a dirt nap. And then it's like, what? Where does your energy go? Where's your soul go? Where's your spirit go? Just a low vibrational hum for all eternity? That's, really? Whole religions are based on that, huh? I mean, they had a nice house. They got to travel around all over the world on missions. I didn't have any running water. I lived right across the street from them. They watched that. No, they didn't. People just watch. People like to watch people struggle, I think. And then they go things like, oh, well, I guess I must be in a pretty good place because at least I'm not that. This planet's weird, man. This planet is so bizarre to me. Ever since I was a little young girl, I was always thought of it as an alien ant farm. Prison planet, whatever you want to call it. School, whatever. Place you come to learn lessons. Huh. Anyway. What else is going on in the world? Is God winning? Ophelia causes widespread flooding as storm marches up East Coast. Oh, did this one land? Because I thought Lee was going to do that. It didn't do nothing. It's all so confusing. Which is the catastrophic event that's going to happen today? What? What? Maury Povich told Matthew McConaughey he'd come out of retirement for DNA tests to see if Woody Harrelson was his brother. See, this is what people care about. Not missing children, not freaking taking women that have, not looking in the landfills. Look in the landfills. Look in the landfills. Take cadaver dogs out to the landfill. Oh, you don't want to find them because then your friends might get in trouble? I'm ready for a lot of people to be terribly, terribly embarrassed. There's more scumbags out there, I think, than not. I just think that things are just shrugged off from like, oh, that's just bro. That's just boys being boys. That's just a boy. That's okay. That's just, No, it's not good enough. And toxic masculinity isn't just in men either. It can be in women. And if I'm not careful, I can be, because I got more masculine energy than feminine energy. It's in my chart. So I got to be real careful to keep that in check and in balance, because some days I'm the problem, and I don't want to be the toxic masculine female. It's such a thing. People don't talk about it because nobody wants to identify like that. I don't always identify like that. I'm just saying that when anybody doesn't live in a balanced state, the imbalances usually turn into something that other people have to fucking deal with. Usually it becomes somebody else's fucking problem. And I just want to live my life. I don't want nobody in my... I just want to live my life. I don't want to see, like, nobody's private parts. I say that because, like, I drop a buddy off at the gas station. There's a guy behind it peeing and had his dick pulled out. And I'm just like, dude, there's a bathroom inside. You know what? I'm just like, why do people have to, like, why do they get to live so free that I gotta be uncomfortable? Or the woman that freaking squats in everyday traffic because she's all whacked out on drugs on the side road, but there's like traffic all over the place and she just squats right there next to my car, drops her pants and starts pissing. I'm just like, what? Like, people don't have that. Don't do that. They don't got the don't do that. I see it all over social media. What is it with like people getting shit and then like thousands of people watching them open the shit that they get? Like, what are you going to do? There's homeless people in every community. What are you doing for other people? It's great that people are getting so much in, but where is the outgoing? If money is an energy and it's a flow, how come it comes in and stops with most people? And they want to get as much as they can, and they just keep it all for themselves, and they just watch that balance grow, and then they just keep buying stuff, and then they get so much stuff they run out of room in their house, so they got to sell stuff. They don't even get rid of stuff because they want to get more money so that they can buy more stuff. Also, one day people can die, and you can't take that shit with you. So what's it all for? What's it all for? I got an idea what it's all for. I keep waiting for people to come in their heart, but they just keep getting more abundance, and they just keep spending it on themselves, and it's hard to freaking watch, man. So I'll just keep going out there and showing people how to do it. Oh yeah? You're a generous person? Do you ever do things like this? And then I'll do it, and then they're like, oh my God. People don't even put their carts away at the grocery store. How generous are you? You know what I mean? Like, people come forward like, I'm so wonderful, I gotta buy myself this car. People in I'm in Taos, New Mexico. There's freaking expensive cars everywhere. It's fucking retarded. You're in Taos, New Mexico. The roads are shit. There's drunken Indians all over the place. Infrastructure is shit. They can't even paint the roads on the lines on the road. It's just too much of a bother. The only claim to fame that they have here is like some restaurants. So, congratulations, red or fucking green chilies. That's like what the world revolves around in Taos, New Mexico until the snow falls, and then it's fucking skiers, more tourists. Makes my head want to pop. Hey, can I go live in your house while you're over here fucking dicking around? Can I go be where you aren't because you're here now and I don't want to be around you, all the tourists? I wish people I knew would come visit. Then I wouldn't suck as much. You know? I'd show people around. That would be fun for me. I wouldn't take you to the ski valley. It's all about indulgence and gluttony and me, wee, wee, wee. Me, wee, wee. That's all well and good. Where's the outflow? Where is the I feel so great from not doing really jack shit much of anything? How come the other people don't get that too? More people should get that. I'm going to see what I can to help make it change. That's all I can do. And try and keep a positive attitude. I'm on day 3. I should make a sign. It's been how many days since I've lost my shit? And me losing my shit is just like yelling in my car when I'm driving. Like, you are the product of siblings. That's me losing my shit. Just calling it how I see it. Just calling it how I see it. So, ate some good pizza today. You ready for another piece of pizza, Ma? Yeah? You like that pizza. It's real good. Mom made a real big breakfast. This is the pizza. Lou Mall. How do you say that? Lou Malnaltis? Very good. Good pizza. Ships in. And then they have the meat people. Earth Angel said today that they're opening up outlets all over the freaking United States. I hope they come to New Mexico. That would be cool. The meat sandwich people. But Luna, you want to go walk around? You're so cute. Alright, I think I've yammered on long enough. That's about all I got for now. Hope you have a rad day. Peace. 43 minutes.